sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers. On the Bears sideline, the head man, Ben Johnson. These guys are playing extremely well, 8-2 over their last 10. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. We'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Purdy looking to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Shamar Turner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Johnson that time able to knock it away. And you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game. And Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now a give, right side. Harding. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taking it around the 40. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Open man, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Niners at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
Now Purdy. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in known territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw, it's Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. You look at this Bears defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this crew ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harding. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's 3rd and 9. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On play action, here's Williams. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
The Bears' 49-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Purdy bootlegging it. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a handoff running for the middle to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy. Pass complete to Pearsall. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Purdy now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down on that before he gets the first. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Purdy. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Purdy sets up to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. A beautiful fake. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football. But something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
To throw, Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, 68 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now the point after try for Santos. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. This one caught by Kittle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Get set, hot.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. Man, some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Back to throw, Purdy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Shotgun now with Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And his throw here is incomplete.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Williams. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Quality coverage that time. The slowdown has been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Back to throw. Purdy. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
The 46-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Purdy. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bears' 32.
Throwing again on second down. Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Outside. Up. 18. What's up?
Purdy from the gun. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players. But for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the Panthers in the NFC South. And here's the Saints wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Saints had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons as they host the New York Jets. And it's Bijan Robinson. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Falcons come away with a 4-point victory. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys hosting the Washington Commanders. And this is Jalen Tolbert. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. a 43-yard touchdown. The Cowboys get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, let's give you a chance to look at the playoff picture in the NFC with 1 month remaining in the regular season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Gets past one man. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To the air, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
12 more yards there and another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Williams. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
A 50-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they give the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. So left side, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off to the 27-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Purdy off the play fake. And this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Purdy from the gun on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they're able to answer back here in the third quarter with a field goal of their own to move back in front by 3.
It's like watching a tennis match, isn't it? Who's going to be able to break serve? Is it going to be Borg or is it going to be McEnroe, one of the great Grand Slam epics? Go ahead and look it up, folks.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle they go. Purdy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw, it's Williams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Looking to throw. Williams. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears have taken the lead here this third quarter.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career? Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker drop on the field. They want that ball in the end zone. They'll be going for 6.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 41, here's second down and 8. Now Purdy. He's going to hit his man in the backfield, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass caught by Pearson. He's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll try to run this one right up the gut. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Williams now throwing to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Chicago.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
To throw, Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
complete to number 86.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
What is going on?
Now a handoff up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Bears put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So Purdy and the Niners down by a field goal. A minute 47 on the clock. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Outside. Up.
Purdy to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now he's into the clear again. Inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the 49ers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game.
34. Bears 30.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, able to avoid him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the focus now shifts to the Bears, trailing by 4. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
7 yards.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's 1st and goal.
What is up?
They'll look to throw. That's complete right side to Connect. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
What is up?
7-yard line.
Back to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
What is up?
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here it is, 4th and goal. They'll go. Here's Williams. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Here, he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield.
14 yards.
Purdy to throw. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Throwing, Purdy. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker, see if he can get you to overtime. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Chicago, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
The temperatures are dropping, but the intrigue is heating up. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen here, and this is your weekly recap for Week 15. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin in Santa Clara. The Niners at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And here's the Bears wideout. He's going to run the deep route here and pull it in. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Bears keep it rolling. They get their 6th straight victory here. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is Travion Henderson. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 58 yards for the score. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. And here's the Saints wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Saints find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the San Francisco 49ers. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys, well, they're struggling at this point in the year. Just 2 wins over their last 7. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line, so you've got to overcome the injuries.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
18, watch out!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passing. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Setting up a screen for Judkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off-play action. Callahan over the middle, complete to Judy. You look at this Niner defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Taken in at the 11. And a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And they love to find different ways to get into the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 76 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. Room here to run. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and 9 now. incomplete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Back to throw. Callahan. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Browns have taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there and now get some points on this drive.
Under a minute to go, clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Get set, get set.
Purdy looking to throw. That is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 94 now on the season.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Get set. Up.
Purdy now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd third down.
Brings up third down. And
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Purdy. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game. And since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go. But they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way. But what I like most about it is how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked second in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. Fresh off that pick six, here's Purdy. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Purdy. Open man is Bull. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a solid run down inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Niners at 500, 7-7 on the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
That was a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Purdy. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Purdy on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Niners have got it back to within a score.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. And he returns this to the 22. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
At the 25-yard line.
Algier going straight ahead. And a power through. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Here we go. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the RPO, that's complete right side. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
3 yards picked up. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Callahan. That's caught left side by Judy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Algier now up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Callahan. And will find his man on the end route. Complete.
To number 8.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
First down, Browns.
Quickly completed to the right flank. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. So the penalty decline, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Callahan. He's got Njoku over the middle. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! David Njoku from 4 yards out. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Purdy bootlegging it. That's Mayer, the tight end.
The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That's complete to Pearsall.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd down and 3.
Get set, get set.
Back to throw. Purdy. Wants a screen pass. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And just on Wednesday, he was named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week for that over 100-yard performance he had last week.
Deservedly so, and I enjoyed our time with him and asked him how he got it done. What did he see? And he said film study, watching what the defenses were going to present, understanding how to defeat those. And then he was a step ahead because he said, well, they're going to change up and counter another way. And he beat them that way, too.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Final 3 weeks of the season are already upon us, and I'll come out and say it. It's when playoff teams become also-rans, and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in Western New York. The Bills at home to take on the Chiefs. And here it's Josh Allen surveying and finding Khalil Shakir. That's a perfect throw down the field, 33 yards for the score. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And this is the Saints quarterback. It's a touchdown pass from 3 yards out. The Saints win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Jonathan Taylor. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Colts would go on to the low-scoring win, 13-7. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Things getting interesting now as the regular season starts to wind down. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a good effort on the return there. It gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Going to look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? But usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On the zone read, this is Judkins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, if the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. They'll get it up near midfield at 49 before being taken down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Checks it down to Judkins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Callahan. This is the tight end, Njoku. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier. This time, he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Algier on the option. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll give it to Jenkins. Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw. Callahan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Cleveland.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
19, charge.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing here, Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
4-yard line.
Get set, get set.
Purdy now to throw. Out right to Bourne. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. Watch what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6 now.
At the 15-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Purdy. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Cam Scalaboo with an amazing diving catch. And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. That time a 9-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Let's go now.
In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing to start the drive. Callahan. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
At the 30-yard line.
An inside run with Judkins. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Browns first down.
Off the play fake. Callahan. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Callahan. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Get set.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good. 4-A.
It's set.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, they're on the ground attack. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He finds his man, complete. It's Joseph. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
That's a gain of 5.
And that will bring up third and one. Shotgun now with Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy escaping the pressure right. Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First target, first catch, and a first down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Back to throw. Purdy rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game. And the blitz was on there, able to get in the backfield from the linebacker spot and get them 2 points.
Brandon, we know a defensive coordinator right now who's looking for a raise. He had that dialed in perfectly, didn't he? The perfect blitz at the perfect time, 2 points for his team.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. First and 10 at the 40. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And we're at the 41, second and 9.
Second and 9. At the 41.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. Well, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy ready to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Throwing to start the drive. Callahan. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Callahan. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Niners offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A big play here. 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Watch out.
Throwing, Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Get set. Get set. 18. Yellow.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
18. Watch out.
Purdy to throw. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
18.
Here's Purdy to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Purdy. He's got the 1st down and more. And down to the 28-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Purdy to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Brings up third.
To throw is Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Here's first down. Purdy bootlegging it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.